Hey everyone, this is Maria coming to you from my home in Plano, Texas. I am super excited. I just launched my fitness slash travel blog. It's MariasLifeOnline.com. So MariasLifeOnline.com, shameless plug. And I just want to start doing these videos and kind of start going over the things that I eat, because I get this question a lot. I lost about 35 pounds and it's been 1 year that I've lost the weight. I have not used any lotions, potions, shakes. I haven't joined any direct selling company that sells potions, lotions, shakes, anything like that. And I don't believe in being a part of a direct selling company that sells a product, because if you have to talk to your friends about a product that you're financially incentivized to sell and you wouldn't have talked about that product beforehand, then chances are you probably are not as big of a fan as you say you are about that product. So I'm going to give you a rundown of what I eat on a daily basis, and I will show you what goes along with that as far as what it looks like. So let's start with the fact that I do not believe in counting calories. Now, as you get closer to your goal weight, it's going to be harder to lose the pounds. So let's say right now I'm about 142 pounds and I'm trying to get to about 135. I'm 5'7". And I have kind of a muscular build. So I would say I'm pretty happy between 142 and 135. And so as I get closer to 135, I do have to be a little bit more strict, but then again, I'm like trying to go for abs. So you have to understand that if you are trying to go for muscle definition, that you kind of have to be a little bit more strict. But as far as weight loss goes, most people make it so complicated, and when I'm done with this video, you will know exactly what you need to eat. I am a fan of find the things that you like and make those part of your everyday meal. So instead of going, I have to eat this, this, and this is my menu, and these are the only things I can pick from. See, that was my problem. I wanted to be able to eat the things that I wanted to eat and still be able to live. I want to be able to go to a restaurant if I want to. I want to be able to go see a movie with my boyfriend if I wanted to. I didn't want to feel like I constantly was like, oh, I can't eat there, or I can't eat there. See, what I eat, you can literally eat anywhere. Okay, so let's really start with breakfast. The first thing I do when I wake up is I drink a bunch of water. So I usually drink a big bottle of water, a couple glasses, whatever I can get. I get my organs moving. Your body has been asleep for 8 to 12 hours, so it needs to turn itself back on. Breakfast means breaking the fast that you've been on. Your body has been asleep. It hasn't been burning any calories, so it needs to be waking up. So the first thing I do is I come in the kitchen, I drink a bunch of water, and I start cooking egg whites. I sometimes add chicken to it that I pre-cooked. I do not like cooking when I'm hungry, guys. If this is the biggest trick that I have for you, do not cook the food before you're hungry. Like, don't cook it when you're like, I'm starving, I gotta cook something. You're gonna save yourself so many calories if you actually have what you need to eat when you're hungry with you, instead of snacking beforehand because you're starving and you can't wait for your chicken to cook. So I go ahead and I take some chicken out. I already have chicken breast in my fridge. I slice it up. I throw it in the egg whites. I buy my egg whites at Costco. These are the ones I use. I have 4 egg whites every single morning. 4. If you don't like egg whites, you can have regular eggs, but just keep in mind, regular eggs have fat in them, so you will not be able to do what I'm about to talk about next. I usually have a 1/4 of an avocado to a 1/2 of an avocado with my 4 egg whites. Or I have a little bit of this hummus with my egg whites. So I either have this as my fat or an avocado as my fat, or you can have the yolk of the egg as your fat. And then I have a carb. I either have quinoa oats, or I have a slice of this bread right here. It's called cinnamon raisin Ezekiel bread. It's a sprouted grain bread. So it's actually a whole grain of bread. When you look at the bread, you'll see the little grains inside of them. I have one of these. And then I have a sugar. So a quarter of a cup of blueberries. If I have this raisin bread, usually I don't have the blueberries because this has sugar in it. So keep that in mind. So usually it's egg whites, a fat, and a carb, and the sugar. So that's my breakfast. Then I wait about an hour and a half, and I go work out. Now, not everybody is gonna follow my schedule. I understand that. People have jobs. So if you have to wake up earlier and you can't get this meal in until like later on in the day, then just make yourself a shake that's gonna hold you over a couple hours. So, you know, put some protein powder in there, maybe half of an avocado, some ginger, some greens. I mean, just really make this shake enough to it's gonna hold you. When I come back from the gym, I have a shake. I usually either just mix it with water on my way back from the gym, or if I can resist, I will come home, use a scoop of this, and I add like half of a frozen banana or a whole frozen banana with some ice, some almond milk, this is what I use, and mix it all up in my awesome Vitamix, and there's my protein, okay, for after my workout. An hour after you have a protein shake, you are gonna be starved, okay? If it's working, you're gonna be so freaking hungry. When that time comes, I want you to already have a pre-made meal like this right here. Guys, this is so simple. I only cook once a week. It takes me 2 hours to cook 12 chicken breasts, a bunch of green beans, spinach, some kind of greenery, and a bunch of quinoa. And then I put it all together in these little containers. I freeze all the containers. I take them out 3 or 4 at a time. So when I need them, they're in my fridge. So none of them are going bad because I'm not putting them all in the fridge. So this is, you know, obviously a very dry meal. You got chicken, about 4 ounces. You got a half a cup of quinoa and some greenery. And usually what I do with this, I eat 2 servings of fat a day. I'll put a list of everything at the bottom. So one of my servings, I make it my avocado for breakfast. The other serving I use for this. So I'll take 1 tablespoon of olive oil and I'll put it on there, salt and pepper, and it's amazing. I mean, my boyfriend is a pretty Texas eater, let's just put it that way, and he likes it. So I like it, it's good, it's as simple as it gets. Okay, so let's say it's 12:30, 1 o'clock, and you ate. 2 to 3 hours later, I want you to eat again, okay? You might not be hungry at first, or maybe you're gonna be starving. I don't know how much you're eating right now. I remember when I started eating like this, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm eating so much food. I feel like I was eating nonstop. But that's what it takes. You have to activate your metabolism. And your metabolism is asleep. It's gotta be woken up. It needs an alarm. Okay, let's say 3, 4 o'clock comes around. It's time for your 4th meal of the day. I either have one of these. Find a protein bar that you like, okay, that's simple and easy. I either have one of these, I have other protein bars, like sometimes I use this, and sometimes I eat these, sometimes I eat the Quest bars. I mean, there's a ton of different things that you can eat. Or if I'm at home, I do like having a rice cake with this. It's one of my favorite snacks. Some people don't like rice cakes. I love them. I always have. I use the low sodium or no sodium rice cakes, and I put a little tiny bit of peanut butter, and that's my fat for the day. So now dinner comes around, and what I do is I have another one of these meals. So that's my dinner. Now, if you don't want to pre-cook your meals for dinner, that's fine. You can cook dinner when it comes time to cook dinner. But what I don't want you to have is I don't want you to be snacking before your dinner is ready. So it goes like this. It goes breakfast, protein, carb, fat, and a sugar. Meal number 2, protein shake. Meal number 3, protein, carb, green. Something green, whatever you want. Meal number, 4 is another source of protein. See, protein is what's going to keep you full, guys. If you're eating a bunch of starches, the reason why you're always hungry is because you're eating a bunch of starches. You're not getting any carbs. Meal number 5 is your dinner, okay? And that's a carb. If you can, and you don't have to eat the carb, don't eat it. I usually don't eat carbs after 5, okay? But let's say that you have to have some quinoa. It's not going to kill you. Half a cup of quinoa, carbs, which are your carbs, protein, and a greenery. Ideal dinner is a vegetable and a protein. That's your ideal dinner. Before you go to bed, you might get hungry. Okay, I have a bunch of different things that I do when I get hungry in the evening. If I'm in the mood for something sweet, which happens to me a lot because I have a sweet tooth, is I'll make this ice cream. Okay, it's not like ice cream, but it's like my swap, let's say, for ice cream. So I take a scoop of the Protozyme, I take some almond milk, and I take some PB2. It's a powder peanut butter, and it looks like this. You can buy it at the store, but it's a powder peanut butter. And you mix that with your protein, and your almond milk, and you kind of make it a creamy consistency, and then you put it in the freezer for about 45 minutes. When it comes out, it's going to be really creamy. You can, if you want it more frozen, put it back in the freezer. Just get the right consistency that you want. So that's about really what I eat. If I really feel like I need it and I'm going to die if I don't eat something, I'll snack on some chicken or some, a protein bar. I mean, just whatever. And really when I go to bed sometimes, I'm hungry. But I can't wait for breakfast. And what's so cool is you're going to wake up and that breakfast is going to be so good. You're not going to miss breakfast anymore because now you're actually going to sleep a little bit hungry. So when you wake up, your body is so ready to be nourished. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing other ones, but this is kind of a good one, and it's a first step for my blog. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will talk to everybody later. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you haven't, definitely subscribe, and check out my blog at Maria's Life Online, and I will talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.